Okay, welcome to the channel. So over the last couple of months, I've been listening to Japanese podcasts on a daily basis to help with my listening. And it's really made me want to also make podcasts or videos for English learners to help with their listening skills, because it's made a big difference to me in the last couple of months in terms of pronunciation and picking things up in convo. So I figured, why not do one myself in English? I know there's a lot of people out there learning English, so I thought that'd be the way to go. And it's my native language and I speak in a natural way. So you'll have to excuse me if I don't speak very textbook. But I guess this is going to be real, natural English you'll hear on a daily basis if you live there, or you're learning. So to start off, my name's Tyler and I'm 24 and I currently live in Osaka, Japan. I moved here to study Japanese and I should be here for the next 2 years. I've been studying Japanese around 3 years, sort of by myself. So it's quite a slow process with the reading and writing, I have to admit, but it's been good fun. And now that I'm here and I can use it on a daily basis, it's quite a rewarding feeling, to say the least. But I know for people learning English, it can be a very hard language as well. So podcasts do make a big difference. So if you're new to the channel, definitely listen to as many podcasts as you can while you're doing things, while you're working, while you're cleaning, eating, traveling to whatever, because it makes a very, very big difference. So yeah, today's episode is just going to be a little bit about me, what I do, just so you guys can get a grasp on who I am. It's very hot today here in Osaka. It's around 28 degrees. Very hot to say the least. Especially compared to the UK, it gets very humid here, which isn't pleasant. But I'm sure I'll get used to it. And it's not actually too bad. But as you can see, the sun's shining, which is always nice. I just went to a cafe to do some studying, but sadly there was no Wi-Fi and I ran out of data, so I couldn't do any studying. So I thought, why not walk around instead, talk to the camera a little bit, see where I end up. Also on these podcasts, I'm not going to put my own captions. I'll leave that to the YouTube auto captions. Just for the people who don't want captions and want to properly immerse themselves and challenge themselves. But obviously if you do need captions, press the button somewhere up here and they should come on quite quickly and hopefully they work. But I can't guarantee that because I know what YouTube captions are like. And also please excuse me because this is my first one. I'm not sure how the audio is going to be like. I'm not sure how the video is going to be like. So if anyone's got any tips or ideas or ways I can improve this, please leave them in the comments and I'll make sure to give it a go. Because I'm not very good at all this video stuff. I can talk away for ages, but as soon as the camera comes out, I forget what I'm trying to say, my brain stops working. I don't really know the right angles with this camera or the settings, so this might be a bit clunky, but I'm sure after a few of these, we'll be fine. Okay, so what do I like to do in my spare time? Currently, I'm a student here studying Japanese, so quite a bit of my time is usually me sat in a cafe doing some kind of homework or some kind of self-studying. But outside of that, I love photography. I'm actually out with my camera now, but I haven't taken any photos today. It's one of them days, my motivation level's quite low. But yeah, photography, I love the gym, and I used to love sports, but since coming to Japan, I don't really have a drive all the time to do sports. So the gym for me, I'm happy with that. That's all I need. I also love watching Japanese shows. I'm a big fan of Terrace House at the minute. I'm finding that quite good for my studies because they talk very casually. So I can use this sometimes in conversation with people I know. And it's the kind of things you don't learn in a textbook. So they have been quite big use. And I would also recommend that for English learners. If you can watch some kind of show which is quite casual and friendly, you can also use these casual phrases and conversations, the things you won't learn online or won't be taught at a school, because they can make you sound a lot more confident in your speaking. My hobbies are pretty limited. That's pretty much as far as it goes. I would say my studying's a hobby. I do enjoy studying Japanese when I go to a cafe with the headphones in. I really enjoy that process. I also love walking. I walk a lot. Before I moved to Japan, I lived in a small town, which wasn't very interesting or safe, so I never just walked for the fun of it. But here in Osaka, being a big city, I love just walking around. I could happily spend the day walking 30,000 steps just with my headphones in. That's a pretty good day for me. I also like sightseeing. I like seeing the temples. I like going up mountains and forests, etc. Same again, where I lived before. I couldn't really enjoy that as much as I am now. So I'm quite grateful to be here, to be able to just explore. Yeah, it's a nice city, I have to admit. It's quite a shock to my system, moving to Osaka, because I've never lived in a proper city before. I've never had to use public transport on a day-to-day basis, especially with so many people squeezed into one train. I'm not quite used to that yet. When I lived in England, I had a car and I drove 20 minutes to work every day by myself, so I never experienced the rush of, the busy trains at rush hour and people squeezing on trains, but I guess that's part of the city life, and I'm enjoying it. It's quite a nice change. I do like a change and something out of the ordinary, so for me, it's good fun. I'm sure it will get boring quite quickly, the busy trains, but I guess that's part of the Japanese transport system. And I know obviously it's bad in Osaka, but I hate to think what it would be like in Tokyo. Them trains look crazy busy. So yeah, it could be a lot worse. So I currently don't have any major goals when it comes to my studying. I have no job at the minute, I'm just a student. I do have a small goal at the minute of hopefully one day in the future opening a photo exhibition somewhere in Osaka while I live here, because it's always been a life goal of mine to open some sort of photo exhibition to the public. I don't want it to make money or anything, it would just be quite a fun experience, I think. So that's my goal. And also I would really love to grow this YouTube channel. I've really realised how helpful the podcasts are to me as a learner for a language, so I would like to hopefully upload 3 or 4 of these a week and keep it an ongoing thing for everyone online. So hopefully I can keep up and enjoy the process. But yeah, we'll see where this channel goes. I'm not really too fussed. I find this quite a fun hobby to do, to just walk and talk, so I don't mind it at all. Okay, so I plan to talk about a random topic every week, just to help with random things you might hear in conversation while out and about. If you have any specific topics you'd like me to talk about, please leave them in the comments and I'll be certain to make a video related to said topic. I'm not really going to focus too much on grammar or sort of rules like that, because they can be quite hard to explain in video, and obviously I'm not an English teacher. So for grammar and stuff, I'd recommend textbooks and Google, where you can constantly check back over things and get example sentences, especially with AI nowadays, with ChatGPT. If you have a phrase you'd like to learn or a grammar point, it can pretty much give you unlimited examples. So yeah, this podcast is going to be just for sort of pronunciations and daily things you'd hear in convo. And that's why I like listening to podcasts myself, because you can read a word in a textbook, but if your pronunciation's wrong or you don't know how to listen to it properly in a daily convo, you can't really use it. And especially I've realised since living here, a very cool but very loud bike. Yeah, I've learned since living here that a lot of Japanese people struggle with English pronunciations, as I struggle with Japanese pronunciations, because our alphabets are different and the way you pronounce certain words are different, and that's where these podcasts help. So hopefully, if you're learning English and you're always listening to podcasts, it will boost your pronunciation skills quite a lot, so you can pick up things in convo. But yeah, that's the reason I don't enjoy studying from a textbook, because it's all well and good learning grammar, but if you haven't got the pronunciation or the confidence to use it, it does become a little bit pointless. So podcasts, listen. It makes a big difference. Okay, so why am I studying Japanese to begin with? I started studying Japanese, I believe in 2021 or 2022, before a trip I had planned to Japan, but sadly COVID cancelled that trip, so I ended up going elsewhere. But I thought it would be a good idea to continue, ready for when I actually did come to Japan. So I stuck with it for a couple more months, and then the following year I came on a solo trip here for a month, and the Japanese really helped. I was able to communicate. I came by myself for a month, so being able to order and just get around by myself was a big help. And then when I returned, I thought, well, I've already studied for quite a long time, I might as well stick with it. So I stuck with it, and now I'm here properly studying. So that's how I've ended up in Japan. I was studying by myself in the UK, which is quite difficult with a language this hard. So I thought it would be a wise idea to move here and come to a language school and properly learn. So that's what I'm currently doing. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a nice, new, fresh start, being in a foreign country by yourself. And I felt like I needed a bit of a change. So, but yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it, to say the least. Okay, so that's going to be all for today's episode. I'm going to head home and do some proper studying because I've been lacking today, to say the least. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of video, and please, in the comments, let me know ways I can improve. Let me know if the audio level's fine, if the video's fine, and if there's anything specific you'd like to speak about or like to listen about, please let me know. And I'll be certain to include that in some of the next videos. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Peace.